Welcome back. So I have the latest return from Slab City from PSA for autograph authentication. This is an all Hank return. Um, for the first time, there was one questionable authenticity, which I'm not surprised about. And there's plenty of other items that are still out. Really, the only ones that were newly slabbed that came back were the small slabs. There's a bunch of larger stuff I still have at PSA. The only exceptions were these two because they were a reslab. PSA had originally mixed up the slabs on them, so they corrected that, and I'm happy to have them back. So, without further ado, let's go through what we got back from PSA. So the first off is this one, which was deemed questionable authenticity, and frankly, I am not surprised. I think this was one of, if not the first, Hank auto I tried purchasing, and it was questionable in photos. When I got it in hand, it was more than, or I should say, less than questionable. So I'm really not surprised it didn't pass. But now at least I have a hard answer on it. Because there is some variation sometimes, but if you look at the signature, it is bad, to say the least. So questionable authenticity on this one, not surprised and not upset about it at all. But the other ones I'm very happy with. Starting off, we have a ticket stub signed on the back. And this was a spring training game, March 13th, 1984. So the likelihood someone happened to see Hank there and get it signed is pretty high. So not only is it another Hank auto, it adds to the chronology project that I have for Hank. So this covers 1984. Next up is an interesting one. It's a nice thin point signature on there, and front of the card has Hank in a Pittsburgh Pirates uniform. Doesn't look too pleased to be in a Pirates uniform, actually. But this is not really a common modern card. This was Who Was Harry Steinfeld and Other Baseball Trivia, and it was Playboy Press. It was a promotional card for that book. And the question where Hank was the answer was, who was the first National League player to make $100,000 a season? And Hank obviously answered that one with his signature there and his name on the front. So that was a great little return. So I'm happy I have this card slabbed, both not signed and now signed as well. This is a fun and inexpensive one I picked up. So this is Laughlin, I believe it was. Yeah, did this set in 1968. It was a bunch of World Series cards featuring one player. Someone actually pulled this from Historic Autographs, Retrographs. So it's a Historic Autographs sticker on there. A decent signature on there. A little bit of smudging, but I'm okay with that. And I got it for cheap. So someone pulled this out of a pack, or I should say box, that guaranteed 2 Hall of Famers. Hank was one of them for them. And then they sold this for cheap online, and I jumped on it. But the real stars kind of this whole thing are the reslabs. So this is a really nice 1930s signature. This looks like an album page. So you have, again, with the signature when Hank was a little bit older, it swings, the G swings that way. This 30s one, just kind of in between, goes down and then it swings under. So I believe this is late 30s auto. And then even earlier, you have this one. This is a very early, probably 33 or 34 auto, maybe earlier. Still trying to figure out the Red Miller and where kind of they cross paths. Because Red Miller did not play much at all. So both signatures are authenticated with a really nice early Hank signature on this one. So I was very happy to get both of these back. And again, originally these two plates, whatever you want to call them, were swapped. So I really wanted to get them corrected and put in the collection. But you got 5 more authenticated Hank autos added to the collection. One of them covering part of the chronology, which is always fun to add to as we build that list out. But 5 more Hank autos. We're coming close, at least coming close to, if we haven't passed already, 150 Greenberg signatures. Still have to update the list because there's a bunch of stuff I picked up lately. And there's still a bunch of stuff I got to send off to PSA for authentication. But always happy to get mail back from Garrett, also known as Card Cutter on YouTube, and his company Slab City. And already looking forward to the next one to get back, because I got some more Greenberg, some Arnovich, I believe some Rosen, maybe a few other things here and there. But just some great items I'm really looking forward to seeing back in my hands and adding to the collection. So that's what I got for you this time around. And until next time, please remember to collect what you enjoy what you collect, and don't let anybody, especially the market or YouTuber, dictate that to you. And most importantly, have fun. And have fun by being active in this community. So find out how you want to participate. Whether it's making videos, watching, commenting, going to live streams or group chats, going to LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. The more you'll learn, the more your collection will grow, the more people you'll meet, and the more fantastic friendships you'll form. So I thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.